You know how I said I shouldn't wait until I'm exhausted before recording. The problem is I'm almost always exhausted. I'm just gonna do it even though I'm too tired, technically. Except I'm going to switch. I shouldn't even be recording this part. I'll edit most of it out. It's a selfie stick. So I don't have to pull my arms up. I guess that works. So, I still have anxiety when I'm trying to do this. And that doesn't help with the whole fatigue thing, because anxiety gives me fatigue. So, it doesn't help. I don't know why. I should be used to it at this point, right? I feel like the whole point of these vlogs was to help me with my social anxiety and help me, I don't know, just feel more like myself. But I feel like I've obviously gotten better. Like I said before, if you look at my first video of, my recent videos, there's a pretty big difference between that and now. So I have gotten better to a certain degree, but then I just feel like I got a little better and then stopped. And I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet. So I don't know why I'm not getting any better. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be like really honest. And I don't know, I try not to get too negative with these, but I also want to be honest, and sometimes life is honestly negative. So I actually get really frustrated and upset, I guess, when I see, especially my older, not older, but the New Beginnings video and the ones after that. I feel like I'm just not myself in them, and it's so frustrating. I can't. I hate it. I get this horrible, disgust and anger every time I look at those older videos, but even now, current videos, when I'm editing and stuff, I just feel like I'm not me. Seeing yourself recorded is going to make you notice the, differences in who you felt like you're supposed to be or you were compared to how you really are now. So I notice it a lot, and I just kind of have to ignore it. But sometimes I can't. I honestly don't know how to feel like myself again. That whole getting emotional much more easily is part of that. But it's not just that. It's that even though I'm trying to be genuine when I record videos, I feel like I just come across as not. Like I'm putting on some sort of, I don't know, cuteness or timidness or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, I feel like it's not me. So it bothers me. I mean, I'm not saying I ever was at the point where I was like at the full realization of who I feel like I'm meant to be as a person in general. Everybody has problems that they need to work through to, be the best version of themselves. And a lot of people never really get there, but I don't know, there's just a couple times in my life where I felt like I was getting close. And then life just pulled the rug out from under me. And I always edit these out, but this is kind of a side note, but, you know, it just happened, so I guess I felt like mentioning it. I also have to take breaks when I'm vlogging. I need to just, like, stop talking and just gather my thoughts again and gather my strength. Like, not just emotional strength, like actual just physical strength, because, like I said, I'm very tired all the time, which is another frustrating thing because I've been trying to get into better shape, like exercising and stuff, and I feel like I'm making zero progress. But anyway, I didn't want this entire thing to be negative. I just felt like there are things that I needed to get off my chest. And I don't know if any of you can tell who, like, what I mean when I say that I'm very far from acting like the person that I feel like I'm supposed to be. I know that's something else that happens a lot when I'm tired. My voice just gets all wavery. Like, even when I'm not upset, sometimes it sounds like I'm about to start crying, but it's really just physical weakness in my voice. Not that I haven't been somewhat upset during this vlog in particular, but there's just been a couple previous ones where it just sounded like I was sad when I wasn't. But anyway, that's partly just, I mean, that's part of it. That's part of me not feeling like I can act in a way that really shows people who I am. And I mean, you could say people don't need to, you know, like, you shouldn't necessarily need to have people understand you perfectly, you know, as a human being, and know who you really are deep down inside. Like, I know a lot of that comes through regardless. And while, yes, I feel like I do care too much about what people think of me, part of it is just thinking of myself and just not feeling like myself. And it's not like I dislike people who are more like me naturally, you know, people who are more shy or quiet, you know. I'm not saying I dislike those qualities in other people, you know. If that's who they are, that's who they are, and that makes it okay. It's just when I know it's not who I am, and that it's very far. When you start as relatively confident and strong, and then you get knocked down to a point where you don't even feel like you're the same person anymore. It's the contrast, it's the change that is that bothers me. It's, you know. So I feel pretty certain that a lot of people watching this don't really know me, or, you know, they might see me differently than I see myself. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, as long as they can tell, you know, my character, regardless of just overall personality, I guess. I don't know. I've gotten this to the point where I've been talking a while, so now I'm having a harder time thinking. So, I don't know, I feel like I need to explain the difference that I'm saying that I perceive, but I don't know. If you watched my videos, you know, a couple of years ago, you probably have a better idea. I don't know, I guess either my sense of strength the entire time was false, or I did have strength and it was just taken away. I don't know, but either way, I don't know how to get it back. Again, I feel like my life, my progress in healing has halted. Like, I mean, I know it's slow. That's the main thing I've learned over the past few years, is that it's going to take time, and sometimes it feels like too much time, but sometimes it feels like it just slowed down and then stopped. So, but all I can really do is just give it more time, I guess, and just keep trying. And I'm hoping playing games again will help a little bit. Like, it's easier to react to something else and add to it rather than just make up a conversation or what to talk about completely by myself, like right now, and then in all my vlogs. I mean, obviously sometimes I just have things to talk about, so it works out fine, but it still feels more difficult. Yeah, so this became a big venting session, and I didn't end up talking about any of the things I was going to talk about. Like, I actually wrote a list this time and took down notes, which I'm looking at right now. If it looks like I'm getting weirdly not focusing on camera, I'm looking just behind it at my computer. Well, TV actually, but I'm using it as a computer monitor. Did I say that too quietly? Sometimes I talk really quietly. I'm afraid you can't hear me. So, you know, even though this was more negative, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully it helps you feel like you know me a little better now, so, and hopefully that's a good thing. So yeah, thanks for being patient and actually watching the video, if indeed you did. I mean, if you've gotten to this point, I'm assuming you watched the whole video. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.